retire, you may get a chance to go to football heaven. This is football heaven.
Happy holidays and welcome to the Mission Podcast. I'm your host, Jameer Howerton. And not only is it week 15 in the NFL season, but it is the holiday season. And you know here on the Mission, we love to go inside the numbers. As you can see, it's 2022, it's December, the 12th month. And guess what? This is our 171st episode of the Mission Podcast. And on behalf of the Mission Podcast team, we would like to wish you and yours a happy holiday season. Well, as you guys know, over the course of the year, we've had the opportunity to catch up with the greats of the game. That's right, the Hall of Famers. And not only did we talk about the upcoming matchups, the NFL player watch list, hot seat questions, but we also got a chance to learn about the rich tradition that they celebrate during the holiday season. So, to kick off this Pro Football Hall of Famer Christmas story in classic style, let's go to Leroy Butler's house and find out how they celebrate the Christmas holiday. Christmas. Talk about the Christmas spirit and what does Christmas mean to you and the Butler family?
It's the number one holiday for my wife. So much so that her parents, they're not gonna like this. They keep their tree up in the living room year round. I say, man, when they came to do the knock, Steve Weiss and the guys, they're coming in, the camera crew. I saw them looking in there. I said, no, don't look in there. They said, why? I said, because my mother-in-law got her Christmas tree still up. They were laughing so hard. So Christmas is number one in our house, okay? So my wife already got the decorations up. I said, can you wait till Thanksgiving? Nope, it's already up, blinking. So Christmas is a big deal for her, okay? So, because she organizes everything. My son's 11. My other daughters, which you met them, the 6 of them, you know, the youngest one is 21, the oldest is 36. I got 6 grandkids. But for my son, on that day, he get all these gifts, and he's just so happy. And I do more cooking that day too, so Christmas is a big deal.
You mentioned how you grew up earlier in the podcast, but if you could just talk about that one gift that was gifted to you that resonates with you, that you cannot forget of that special gift that you received. What was that gift?
Well, poverty, you don't get any. That's why it's a good question, because if you didn't ask that, people wouldn't know. So I'm glad you asked. I really appreciate it, because my mom said, this day, we gotta go get toys from the Salvation Army because she couldn't afford to get us money for Christmas. We didn't care. We know we was poor. We were not gonna pressure our mom to get the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. No, we don't care about that. We could wake up and there was no presents, with no treats. But we thought we were rich up here. So she said, okay, we're going to the shelter, the food pantry to get food, and we're gonna go to Salvation Army. We go to Salvation Army, they got toys everywhere. All these kids running, grabbing toys. I stood by my mom's side, and she's like, go get some toys. I said, no, I don't want the toys. Toys are me lame. I want that new shirt. I never had a shirt to me that I popped the tag off. It says new. And my mom bought it because we were hand-me-down. And the lady at the Salvation Army said, you can go over there and get it. It wasn't my size. My sister, who's one of my heroes, she said, I'll make it fit. And she made it fit. When I went to school with a brand new white shirt. That's the best gift I've ever got in my life. And it didn't come from family, it came from the Salvation Army. And when you're in poverty, I'm not gonna pressure my mom to get a bike, which I know she can afford. I can just walk, catch the ball. But that shirt, man, it changed my life. It really did. It changed my life. And I was like, I don't want any toys. Because I didn't grow up with a lot of toys, so I didn't want it. I want that shirt. Shirt.
What an amazing story of gratitude. But not only that, what struck me was the fact that as a young kid, he could have had a toy, but he opted out to get a shirt because it was brand new and would make him feel special when he attended school. What a sacrifice that his mother made for him and his siblings, and those memories still sticks with Leroy to this very day. Well, coming up next is James Lofton, and you guys will be surprised at what James wants for Christmas this year. What are you so happy for during this Christmas celebration?
Well, I have 3 adult children, but my oldest son and his wife have our 3 grandkids. And watching them grow, seeing that twinkle in their eye during this holiday season, because they're 9, 7, and 5. And that fascination is still there about these Christmas gifts. And is there some man with a beard who's really responsible for some of this action that's going on right now?
And with that being said, if you look back at the time when you were the age of your grandchildren, what was that one gift that you had that just blew you away?
Well, I wanted a train set, and I did get it. And I was the youngest of 4, so I had a brother and 2 sisters who were 5, 6, 7 years older than me. And when I was in the 2nd grade, I got the train set. It was just a little loop. And it was made about 4 feet, and my sister accidentally stepped on the track. And so she crushed the area where the train would go around it, and it didn't work. So I've been waiting all these years to get another train set. And I've mentioned this to my wife, and I've never seen a train set show up. So I need to go directly to Santa.
So 2022, James Lofton wants his train set.
Exactly.
Well, James, I did speak with Santa, and we hope you get your train set this year. Well, next up is Tony Baselli. It may not be snowing in Jacksonville, Florida, but you can bet the Basellis will be celebrating Christmas.
I love the holidays because it's a chance where it's a forcing mechanism to get our family together because everyone's so busy, 5 kids in college, working. And Christmas is one of those moments, everyone's going to come home and we're going to be together. We're going to spend time together. We're going to enjoy each other's presence. Yes, we're going to buy too much stuff for each other. But that family time and celebrating, the birth of Christ, it's a special time of year.
And lastly, taking a trip down memory lane, what is that most memorable gift as a kid that you received?
Yeah, that's a great question. One year, I think I was like 11 or 12. I grew up in Colorado and I was a big snow skier. So under the tree, I didn't believe in Santa at that point, but if there's any kids watching, Santa's real. Don't listen to me, what I'm saying. You got to edit that part because I don't want moms and dads be yelling at me like, hey, why are you talking about Santa? So Santa put some brand new snow skis and boots and poles under the tree, and that was awesome. And then as I got older, I think the best was my wife surprised me with a brand new Harley Davidson on Christmas morning. That was a good one too. And because she was so against me getting a motorcycle, but she still bought me one, and it was I guess it wasn't under the tree, but it was in the driveway when I woke up.
Wow, that is hot. Tony, that's what I love about this year as well. Everybody is pretty much home. You get those special moments to catch up and talk and reflect about last year and look ahead to set some goals for the new one. Steve Hutchison also joined us on the mission. Let's hear how him and his family celebrate the Christmas holidays.
Yeah, I don't know if I can remember back if there was that one thing as a kid that stands out over everything else. Christmas is, when you play in the NFL, you're at the mercy of the schedule of the week, right? So there's been plenty of times I've spent Christmas Eves and Christmas days in a hotel somewhere, on an airport hotel or something like that. It wasn't really till I retired and I was able to kind of enjoy the stress-free, no travel, worry about a game the next day type thing. as I did. Kind of now Christmas, I look back with kind of a renewed sense of, you get to wake up, you get to, my kids are older now. I've got one in college, one's a sophomore in high school. But when your kids were younger and you see their face waking up and the joy and being able to be there and share that with them, that's kind of what you like the most.
Hey guys, we have one more story to share, but we hope that you're connecting with these unique messages, because one thing that I'm learning is that regardless if you came from humble beginnings or not, celebrating this time with your family is key. Well, wrapping up our special podcast is no other than Pro Football Hall of Famer Walter Jones. Christmas time is right around the corner. Walt, if you could talk about what does Christmas mean to you and how amazing is it just to get all the family back together?
I think it's everybody have their holidays and what holidays, and I think Christmas is the one that kind of is that's the end of the season. You've been through everything this season, so now you get a chance to celebrate it with your family and friends. Me personally, I'm just getting into the whole thing about celebrating with family because, you've been playing the game for so long, so you really don't have Christmas. So for me now, I think it's fun now because now I'm doing a little shopping now, to try, because some people are great gift givers. So I'm trying to learn how to do that. But for me personally, I think it's all about just being around the people that you love and be a part of it. Don't put so much pressure on it. I think a lot of times people put so much pressure on something that you make it what you want it to be. And so that's how I try to approach it, just try to be around family, let them know I love them and enjoy the day. I'm blessed I tell people all the time, I'm blessed that, Christmas is since 1997, I've been celebrating Christmas every day. So for me, it's been amazing. So, but for me to be around my family and friends, it's pretty cool.
What is that one, you spoke of gift giving. What is that one gift that you remember that you will remember for the rest of your life that was just that amazing gift to you?
Oh man, I had to go way back when, I didn't have nothing and all I wanted was, I don't know if you know these things, the green army men. You remember the green army men?
The little green army men, that one was like this and one was holding the gun. Yeah. I had they come in a plastic bag.
A plastic bag, like you get like 500 of them.
Yeah.
And I used to tell my mom all the time I wanted, my mom was, struggling financially, and I was like, that's all I want, Mom, that's all I want. And she's like, I don't know if I can get it. And on Christmas Day, I had a bag of army men, and it was the best thing ever happened. I was on the floor all day long, so I had to go back to that moment when I was able to get my, I want to say 150 green army men. It was pretty cool at that time to have them all over the house. Like, my mom used to get mad because they was all over the house, but I would say that's the one gift that I got that I wanted. And most of the time when you want something and you never get it. So for me, that was something that I really wanted. Back then, they had the, I don't know if you remember, like they used to have the JCPenney Christmas book.
I just love I just like
I know, so
the guy standing like this.
Yeah, so doing everything, laying down with a gun. So I always wanted that. So I begged my mom all year long. I wanted these and wanted these. She was like, I'm gonna try, but they got close to Christmas. She was like, I don't know. And then they was up under the Christmas tree. So that was something that, I'll keep with me for the rest of my life.
Walter, if you were anything like me, I think the reason why our mothers didn't like them, because we would leave them around the house, and in the middle of the night when somebody had to go to the bathroom, she would step on it and get between the toe and hurt, and she would be yelling at saying things I can't say on this podcast.
Exactly. Everywhere was a battleground. You was in the tub, you was in anywhere. Everywhere was a battleground. You all stop and fight. So it was pretty cool to do that. And, to this day, I don't know who got them. My mom got them, or my sister got them, but hey, I got them, and that's something that's really special to me. That's one of those Christmas, like, wow, like that's the one that gives you like goosebumps, like, because you ask for something and it's there. So that's pretty cool.
Those were some great stories from the great men of the gridiron. As I mentioned earlier, this is our 171st episode of the Mission Podcast, and we would like to thank each and every one of you for taking this journey with us. We're going to take a little break during the holiday season, but we'll be back in 2023 stronger than ever. Our first episode will highlight the finalists for this year's class of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. On behalf of the Mission Podcast team, we would like to wish you and yours a safe and happy holiday season. I'm Jameer Howerton, and I'll see you next year.